Welcome back, everybody, to your weekly Wallace update. Today is Friday, September 4th. This past week was another great week. A week that definitely looked a lot different in the past, but things went really well this week. And looking ahead to next week, we're hoping for another fantastic week. We do have the long holiday weekend ahead of us this weekend. So we have Monday off, so we're not back in until next Tuesday. Today, I do want to take a little bit of time to talk with everybody about the if and when scenario of when we may need to transition to full remote learning. Obviously, the circumstances of what would trigger us to transition to full remote learning, we don't exactly know what that's going to look like, and we won't know until we get there. But as we've shared in the past, we are monitoring our data closely. Each week we're monitoring the information related to the countywide and school-wide metrics that's outlined in this document that we send out each week. We're monitoring that information closely. We're monitoring the information related to our students and staff members that are in protocol per the Illinois Department of Public Health protocols for exclusionary guidance. So basically, if and when that were happen, what will it look like? Well, this document can be found on our website, and it's also going to be shared with parents today as well. But this document, it is a front and back document. It does outline our plan for if and when that occurs. So basically, our plan would be we will be providing remote instruction for developmental preschool as well as kindergarten through 8th grade students. So depending on the circumstances of our transition to remote learning, if we feel it is appropriate and it can be safely done, we do hope that we can continue some of our programs in person during that time frame. Those programs would include, potentially would include, tuition preschool, developmental preschool, STARS, Rising Stars, special education, and RTI. In some capacity, but again, that will be determined at the time when it would happen, and we would communicate that information to parents if and when we get to that point. So this outline, if it's full remote, if everybody's going to be at home virtually full remote, the basic outline in this plan, for starters, communication platforms, and most parents are seeing this already. Communication is being done for preschool through 2nd grade, as well as speech is all being done through the Seesaw platform. And then 3rd grade through 8th grade communication is being done through Google Classroom. So that's what you can expect. And I know most parents, and especially most students at this point, are already very well acclimated and familiar with those platforms. So student attendance each day. The expectation for student attendance will be each day the parent or student will need to log in through the Teacher Ease portal. And basically, once you log in, it will pop up a box where you will basically select that your child is in attendance that day virtually. That is how we will be tracking attendance. So at some point throughout the day, whenever your kiddo sits down to do the remote learning for the day, first thing you need to do, log on to Teacher Ease and mark that child or your children, if you have multiple kids, are in attendance. Very important step. That is how attendance will be tracked each day while we are remote. So you can go to teacherease.com, and there's a button at the top right that says login. That's where you go. And if you do need assistance with your login information, you can reach out to Mrs. Herman by calling the school office. So what to expect? What will the format look like? For core academic classes, teachers will be recording the instruction. The teacher instruction will be recorded, and it will be posted each day by 9 a.m. of that day for the day. So the students will need to log in, again, either through Seesaw or through Google Classroom. The videos will be there. And in addition, any related documents, assignments, anything, links, resources, they will all be also attached on that platform for the students that day. Junior high, Those students will be responsible for logging in on Google Classroom for all their different classes. They will be able to find the lesson video for the day as well as their assignments. And the submission of those assignments or tasks can be done through that same platform as well. Teachers will have directions posted on there for students as well. So grading. Grading is a big thing. So grading during this time that we would be full remote, the same grading policies will remain in place as if we were in person. The only exception will be that the assignment due dates, you will have 7 calendar days to turn in assignments. We want to allow that flexibility for families and students because we know everyone's circumstances will be different if we have to go into a full remote environment. So we do want to be cognizant of that. So we will allow for 7 days for assignments to be turned in. And at that point, late policies and all that stuff will be in effect. So that's the big thing along with grading. However, we do encourage students to try to stick to that traditional turnaround of an assignment is assigned. It's typically due that next school day. So we do encourage students and parents to stick to that time frame. But we also understand that circumstances might be different. So that's why we're given the 7 calendar days. So additional assistance, enrichment opportunities, and support will all be done through scheduled office hours for the teachers. And you will see outlined on the back of this sheet, there is a schedule that notes what each individual teacher's scheduled office hours are each week. So for the lower grades, you will see there is 2 1-hour segments either on Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday, Friday, in which you can join the Zoom meetup for office hours if you need to check in for enrichment type opportunities. You will be able to check in during those times. They're not required, but those are the times set aside where the teacher can meet with the student or students. And additionally, you can reach out via email to teachers at any time. You can set up individual Zoom sessions with teachers at any time throughout the week between the hours of 8:15 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. Okay? PE and music will not be required subject areas or courses during a all remote period. They will strictly be allowed for enrichments if students choose to do so. So Mr. Allen for PE and Mr. Sharp for music will be sharing those resources online. And there is information on this document about how to access that information as well. But there will be no grades provided for PE or music during that time, so it is optional. Only core academic classes will be required, and you will follow the traditional grading policies and procedures in that case. So if you need teacher contact information, it's outlined here on this document. On our website, under the home page, go to contact information. There's a list of all teachers and all emails. That's the best way to reach out. Additionally, you can call the school office, and we can put you in contact with a teacher. And also, let's see, that's the big stuff with teacher contact information. And you can call the school. Oh, and like I said, you can set up individual Zoom sessions at any time throughout the week. If you have questions, need to work with the teacher, need a little extra help with stuff. So that is the basic outline of what the full remote plan looks like. Again, this document will be sent to parents. It'll also be available on our website. So parents, what we do is we encourage you. We don't know when it could happen. It could happen at any time. So please be prepared. Please have things in place for if and when that transition occurs. And we don't know when it does occur. We don't necessarily know the time frame for which it would occur. It could be a 1-week period. It could be a 2-week period. It could be an even longer period of time. But potentially, you just need to have plans in place, backup plans, childcare plans, and how you are going to meet those needs for your kiddos. Again, everything will be on demand. There's no set time frame because we want to be flexible for parents, and we do understand that. We do encourage folks to try to stick to a typical school day time frame if possible, but we also understand everyone's situation is going to be different, and we want to stay flexible in that regard. If you do have questions In the meantime, please reach out to us in the school office. You can always stay up to date with what's going on our website, wallaceks.org. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Ottawa Wallace. So, that's the big info. If you need anything, have questions in the meantime, please reach out. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week.